Oh, somebody is already in here. Welcome to the live stream. Today I am so burnt out. Not really, but God, I'm getting exhausted. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for being here. Uh yes, when you join in, let me know where you're watching me from. How are you doing? How is it going so far? Yes, let's have a blast right here on I Am Wamboy. God, I wouldn't advise anybody to buy a tablet. It's like a waste of money. Like, these tablets sometimes have problems charging. Okay. Welcome to the live stream. Let me wait for you guys to join in, honestly. Like, oh, I'm literally over here. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. When you join in, let me know where you're watching me from. How are you doing? You can just say hi. Honestly, like, I just want us to have a good time on this live stream, like a small good time, because welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for being here. Uh, Okay, yeah. Oh my God, that's Lord. Guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Omboy. Today I'm honestly tired. But it's about consistency, okay? So I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but I can tell you for sure. I'm looking at this screen like, oh my God. Maybe I should just go back to sleep. I woke up at 1 p.m. So I kind of like just woke up 1.5 hours ago. Had breakfast and then started preparing for the live stream. But oh Lord, this is how reality is. You know, reality doesn't care about your self-pity, about your wallowing, you know, all of those things. But wow, I think how to make this easy is if you guys say hi, let's just hang out. I honestly just woke up 1 hour ago, like just woke up. And mind you, I live in Kenya, and in Kenya right now it's 3:31 p.m. You can only imagine 3:31 p.m. and I just woke up. Crazy, isn't it? Poloko Gali Besta says, are you laughing? Yes. Why not? Benson Ambaka says, hey Benson, good to see you. How are you doing? I'm just saying that I just woke up. I just woke up right now, and mind you, here in Kenya is 3:32 p.m. Okay, so because yesterday I was streaming until later on. Yeah, I was just I streamed for like 3 hours, so of course it's getting tiresome. Poloko says, Malakai Wilkinson says hi. Hi to you. Poloko says you will upset. Why don't you chill out with your friends? Why don't I chill out with my friends? Because I wanna do this. Like this is as serious as it can get. Benson Amaka says, yo, how are you guys doing? When you join in, let me know how you're doing. Where are you watching me from? Let's know which country you're watching me from. Comment with your country's flag, comment with your country's name. Let's see. You can also give us a fun fact about your country if you will. Raji says, hi everyone. Hi to you. Good to see you. Malakai Wilkinson says, donated where? I don't think so. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Womboy. Honestly, on this live stream, I'm gonna be so chilled out. You're beautiful. Thank you. I still have a bunch of questions, the ones that we usually do every other time. But honestly, yeah, you also can ask me questions. Let me know. Raji, where are you watching me from? Give me a fun fact about your country. Fun fact. Yeah, I think I kind of got, when I started doing YouTube, I had the impression like it's so easy. My friend, it's not easy. You have to work for every minute. Like you literally have to. You end up working for every minute, but I'm not complaining, am I? Newman says, hey, I'm from Kenya. My Kenyan people. Okay, that's good. Fun fact about Kenya. Also, I'm also Kenyan. Okay. Now you're just you're just starting to be weird, Benson. Okay. Let's also do. Honestly, I'm from Nigeria. Nigerians in the building. Okay, we're gonna. Okay, you guys can also keep telling me your countries, but in the meantime, let's do this. What if money doesn't exist? What would you do for fun? What if money didn't exist? What would you do for fun? Where do you come from? Kenya. I come from Nyahururu. Nyahururu in central Kenya. Have you ever been there? Okay. What if money didn't exist? What would you do for fun? Okay, what if money was never a factor? Like, what if there was no money? Like, what would you be doing? Okay, we all have things that we do. We all have things that we pursue. We all have things that we are doing for money. What would you do? What would you be doing? You know what? I think I kind of need to type that. Ah, God, this is, I don't know. I kind of need to buy myself a desk to put this laptop on. Raji says, I will be watching movies for fun if money doesn't exist. Okay, anybody else? What would you guys be doing for fun? If money didn't exist, what would you guys be doing for fun? God, I crave for a society where money does not exist and we are not using our whole life to chase the money. Like, God. Okay. I will be selling Mutura. But money, remember at that point, money does not exist. Are you okay? Yes, I am. Are you? Uh, okay, Mark Shark. Welcome back. For fun, flying FPV like I do anyway, or spending my time with animals. Wow, that's a nice one. God, honestly, I do crave a society where money doesn't exist. I crave a society where like it's not a factor. Can you imagine we have a short time here on earth, in my opinion, but we use the whole time chasing money almost, and then the time that we let's say we are free, we stop working, we are literally 65 years old, 70. Okay, how I like all the fun years just go like that. Raji says, how are you doing today? Honestly, I was gonna say I'm doing fine, but that's something that is preconditioned, saying that I'm fine even if I'm not. Honestly, I'm feeling tired, but you know what? I gotta keep going. Consistency is key. I promised myself that I'm gonna be consistent. Honestly, right now, what I just wanted to do, I was watching before I started streaming. I was watching voicemails of Isabella. And then the time I usually go live 3 p.m. Kenya time. And I have promised myself to be consistent at least for a month, just so that I can see what happens and all of that. So I was just dreading coming on here, but I think I'm doing good, although I'm tired. Uh and you guys make sure you're liking and subscribing. Also staying here for a minute. I'm trying to get the watch hours, guys, because money is a factor. Mark Shark says, I will trade with you. Ooh, you will trade with me? What? Okay, at that point, money does not exist. Money is not a factor. Uh, Hassan Abbas says, hey, what's your hairstyle called? It's called, what is it called? Okay, it's knotless braids, knotless, but then I'm using different types of colors. I'm using, I think, number 30 and number 27 or something. Ibrahim Kumal says, hey, beautiful. Hey to you. Also, when you join in, if this is your first time here, my name is Wambui. Make sure you tell me which country are you watching me from. Tell me a fun fact about your country. Mark Shak says, I give you a goat, you give me. Okay. Oh, Kenyan sugar, because are you talking about Kenyan sugar? Oh, okay. God. Hassan Abbas says, what's your country? America? No. No, I'm not American. Make a guess. Make a wild guess. Okay. Wow. You know what? But see, that would still, even if you're not trading with money, but we are exchanging items, I feel like that's still trading. That's trading. Okay. No, I'm not Nigerian. Kenya, yes, Kenya. Honestly, you guys have been making wild guesses. Nobody have ever told me that I look like I'm from Nigeria. No one. People always think that I'm from South Africa. Maybe because of how maybe I talk, I don't know. But Nigeria, wild, 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 wild. Yeah, I like my Nigerian brothers and sisters. Okay, so what if money doesn't exist? What would you do for fun? Let me think. What would I be doing? God, if money wasn't a problem, then I think I would just be traveling. Like, if money wasn't a factor, I would just be traveling. Like, by now, I would have covered everywhere. Kenya. Yeah, go swimming. Honestly, at my big age, I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim at my big age. Yeah, I think I would be traveling personally. Go swimming. Okay. Okay, this one is a fun one. Let me type it on the screen instead of typing with the laptop. Maybe this one might be a no. Money is a factor, so this is irrelevant. Okay, you know what? By imagining, that's why it's called fantasies. You know, fantasies. Okay, next one. What if animals could talk? What animal would be the rudest? Okay, what if animals could talk? What animal would be the rudest? Mark says ant. They are literally harmless. Chimp Monk says hyenas. I can see why hyenas could be rude. Okay, let me think. If animals could talk, what would be the rudest? Oh, I think lion, because it would have that ego, okay, that like it can take down anybody. So which means it would literally be the rudest, because people who think that they can take down everyone, or like people with ego, are the ones who are usually the rudest. I live in a fantasy world, but unfortunately, I have to be real. I have bills to pay, okay? You know, Max says snake. Ooh, snake. Snake, interesting. Hassan says, do you live in village? Right now, I'm not in a village, although, yeah, I grew up in a village. Hyena cheeky love. Yeah. Okay. Maybe hyenas could be the rudest. Okay, what if animals could talk? Which animal would be the rudest? And guys, let me know where you're watching me from. Kindly say hi. Yes. Lions have pride more than ego, I feel like. Okay, so they wouldn't be the rudest. Wow. Okay, that's a nice observation. Maybe elephant. Samiha Didan says, how many lines are on your neck? 2 or 3? Let's count. Maybe 10. I don't know. I even have an Adam's apple. Uzerua says, I'm watching from Namibia. Wow, Namibia. Interesting. Well, I am assuming it's 2:45 p.m. in Namibia. Somebody yesterday told me that Namibia is 1 hour behind Kenya. And I know it's 1:45 p.m. in UK. See, I'm starting to grasp the time zones. Starting to grasp the time. Okay. But I have to go make imaginary money. Okay, so that you can fantasize about the imaginary world. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Okay, what if animals could talk? What animal would be the rudest? Uh, yeah, it is. Okay, I got that right. Chipmunk says, when you try to look for the rudest, you also need to know the animal liked least by the rest of the animals. Oh, okay. Let me check again. Which animal did you say would be the rudest? Hyenas. So hyena are the ones that are mostly disliked by other animals. Hyenas. Wow. Harry Walker says hi to you. We have a question. What if animals could talk? Which animal would be the rudest? Uh, Harry says, I've got a teacher girlfriend called Emma Taylor. Oh, say hi to Emma Taylor. Okay, I wanted to be a teacher. Okay, no, I didn't really want to be a teacher. I wanted to be a doctor, and then I failed in biology. And then my dad told me to be a teacher because that would be the easier one to find a job. But unfortunately, my university took me in for another course. So, anyway, tell your girlfriend teacher hi. Tell her she's living my dad's dream. For me, Mark Shack says animals can talk, birds mainly. That's the end of that daft subject. Is that daft? Like literally this okay, it could be daft, but it's a what is it called? These questions are fantasy. Like they are not in real life, okay? Maybe if they don't make sense to you. Uh-huh. Birds can talk. Okay. But they just make sounds. They are just making sounds. Harry says, Emma is at my house living with me. Oh, okay. Say hi to Emma. Birds can talk, okay? S with the says, I'm trying ban water from India and we give the homeless people cat food. Wow, talk about Lazarus. Is that a Lazarus situation going on right there? Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, let me put this question on the screen now. Okay. Yes, I'm help. Anonymous says, "Oh my, yes, I'm helping the world." Uzera says, "Hey, that's too much information." Is it? Is too much information? Mark says, "No, they impersonate and copy exact languages and sound." But did you know? Like, I just realized the other day, even the languages that we do speak, they're just sounds. For example, English is just a sound that you happen to be familiar with, and I happen to be familiar with. All these languages are sounds. Think about it. When you listen to somebody speaking a language that you really don't know, you just hear them making sound. It's not like you cannot hear them. You can hear, but you cannot understand the sounds. Okay. Top 4 largest forehead, mine. Anonymous troll says, I finally found my queen. Okay, if Anonymous troll says he found the queen, why not? Oh, baby panda. It's been a minute since I saw you here. This disgusting clan says, that's why you're disgusting clan. You just keep walking. Okay. I believe that you can live in heaven. Okay. Do you believe in life after death, the afterlife? Nonconformist says, yes, sister, that's how language works. Okay, I just realized that the other day. This is Harry. It is Baby Panda says, Ghana has won their match with Panama and drew 0-0 against England yesterday. Okay, good information right there. Mark says, I understand the sound of a mobile phone and the sound of stupidity. So which one is sound of stupidity? Why are you guys like that? If you're not enjoying the questions, like why don't you maybe wait for the next question, you know? No, it's not. Kilo Shot says, I do believe. Do you guys believe in afterlife and why? If yes, why? Richard says, sure, I do believe in life after death. This life is just one step in our evolution. Good to be here also, but happy day to you and yours. Okay, happy day to you, Richard. Have a good day. Uh-huh. Nonconformist says, yes, it is. Language is a series of sounds that passes information the sound. So yes, that's the description of language. Okay, and you know what? I think last week years old when I realized that's what it is, because of course I've been learning German and I just realized this is just a bunch of sounds that I kind of like get to listen to. Okay, Mark says our souls travel. What does that say? Our souls travel. Oh, they travel in the afterlife. So whatever says, are you Christian? Yes, I am Christian. Next subject. Why is water wet? Okay, if that's the case, hey, he says, um, it is not. Okay, Harry doesn't think that that's too much information. Also, I don't think it's too much information. You know, you can share whatever. Like, everybody is saying whatever they want. Why don't you say what makes sense to you? So I don't think you're oversharing, Harry. Baby Panda says, I've got to pick up my sister from school soon, sadly. Okay, not sad. Say hi to your sister. Says, it is, but I don't want to fight. Okay, non-conformity says, water is only wet in one physical state. It can be vapor, steam, ice. God. Because I'm Christian, so I am forced to believe that we go to God after death. Okay, but are you really forced, or do you choose to believe that life is a circle? Stardust Universe versus says life is a circle. Non-conformist says, if you're a Christian, you're not forced to do anything. You have free will. You get to choose like everybody else. Follow God or don't. Your choice. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that, but I feel like it's very hard, especially if you grew up Christian or even Muslim or whatever religion. I don't feel like you're forced to. Okay, you're not forced, but that's all you know. So I kind of understand what she's saying. That's all you know. You only know that. How do you all of a sudden wake up and say, I don't believe in this? Okay, I saw somebody saying that like I saw somebody saying that they wouldn't introduce religion to their children. They would allow them to be of age for them to choose their religion. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, I am also Christian, baby panda. A chimp monk says nobody's forced to believe anything. Okay, but it's introduced to you. So how do you stop believing in something that's what you know? So I think that's what she's saying. I don't talk religion or politics. Okay, that's okay, and that's okay. But my parents says, yeah, I've been told my whole life. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Steven Slater says, I've been dead for 14 years, but don't tell the. You know what? That's creepy. Creepy. Tiffany says hi. Harry says we were drunk. Keep going. You were drunk. I'm not going to talk to a very clever parrot. Okay. Shallow says, yeah, I believe in it. Okay. Why do you believe in life after death? Nonconformist says, it's the same way, sister, that we have laws of the land. You have a choice. You follow the law of the land, or you become a criminal. We always have a choice. We have free will. Okay, but do you understand what she's saying? That like religion is the only thing she's been told about. Okay, like she's been told like there's life after death. She's a Christian, so how does she stop believing in that? That's exactly what she's saying. Alexander says, life after death, really? Really? Let's change the subject. No! We have to talk about the uncomfortable. We really have to do something positive. Okay, I feel like this is something. I don't know if you guys have watched Afterlife. It's a British show, Afterlife. I really liked it. Vish Wanal says, hey, YouTube, hello, hey. How are you doing, Alexander? Let's not change the subject. Let's talk about it. Nonconformist says, why would you be turned about going to see our Father? That is the goal, to be with our Father in His kingdom. Why would talking about that upset you? That's glorious. Okay. Okay. Is this topic upsetting to people? Okay, I just thought maybe it's a nice question to ask, because we are always like here talking about but I have to go. Sorry if I was being mean to you, Harry. I love your videos. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so if anybody wants to keep commenting on that, but of course I'm gonna ask another question for those of you who don't want to talk about everybody don't believe in Jesus. Is that a statement, or is that a statement, or is that a, what is it called, a statement, or a fact? Okay, everybody don't believe in Jesus. I think Christians do. Charlotte says, because if there is no life after death, our current existence would be pointless. Everyone does as they please, and then they don't face the consequence of their actions. So that's necessitates a life after. And then does that mean that like the life after it's human made, or maybe it's man made, so that like people can have a point? Because there was a time that I was going through something, and then I just said, what's the purpose? Like, what's the purpose of this life? Okay, and then I remembered, of course, it's for the next life. But then it got me thinking, like, what if there wasn't, like, what's the purpose? Okay, I'm just thinking out loud. I'll start making videos of my, when I'm having philosophical thoughts. Okay, you can keep okay, Alexander says it's a fact. Wow. Okay, let me see the next question, because you guys Divan. Okay, let me not run away from this topic. Let's do it. Divan says, I think there might be no life after death. I believe that life after after life is over, our life actions are reviewed, like how we lived, our thoughts, actions, our advices, beliefs, and all based on. So there might be no life after death. Wow. There might be no life after death. That's what Divan says. Okay, but do you have like a deep explanation to that? Why there might not be? Because all the religions that exist, we all believe that there's life after this one. Guys, remember to like the live stream and subscribe. Chioma says hi to you. Dark Angel says hey, good to see you. Do you believe in life after death? Linda Len Mkusi says yes, I believe. Why do you believe in life after death? Yo Chioma. Dominic Crankine, hello from Australia. Hello to you, good to see you. Do you believe in life after death? That's the question we are tackling right now. I have a bunch of them, but yeah, let's not run away from this one. And so what? There is, because you might be in heaven or hell. Okay, you might be, but is there okay, honestly, let's talk about heck. Is it proof? Like, honestly, I just feel like this is imaginations. If there is hell and oh god, no, this is now getting complicated. I see why you guys wanted us to avoid this topic. Dark Angel says Jessin. Charlotte Savini says there's definitely a life after death, and that's where we will be awarded or punished based on what we did here. Okay, awarded or punished. Wow. I feel like everybody usually okay, almost all of us, we are in a point where like you don't even talk about that because you don't want to be on the bad side of history. But I kind of feel like not talking about it, whether there's life after death or there's not talking about it, and like just telling people to have faith blindly doesn't make sense to me. It's like there's something that you're hiding. Okay, like there's something that you're hiding. Why would asking these questions, or even thinking out loud, why would it be so uncomfortable for people? Harry Walker says Chioma. Hey from Sri Lanka, my name is Akesh. Welcome to the live stream. Guys, like the live stream kindly. Dark Angel says Troublemaker is here. Continue following. Alexander says, I believe in Christianity, but most people don't. Yeah, most people don't. Yeah, I'm Buddhist. Okay, tell me about Buddhism. Like, in Buddhism, do you believe in life after death? Okay, honestly, I didn't know that this question was so much open-minded. Anyone who is Muslim here can also. Do you guys believe in life after death? Especially, okay, I'm kind of like very much aware with when it comes to Islam. I have lived with Muslim people almost my whole campus life, so I'm kind of very aware on that one on there. But when it comes to Buddhism, I would like to hear if you don't mind sharing. Like, do you guys believe in life after death when it comes to Buddhism? Dark Angel says, look, Shioma, where are you? Oh, girl has been looking. Oh, okay. Who the F is Buddhist? Buddhism teaches us peace. Okay, is there life after death? That's the question that we're asking. When it comes to Buddhism, in Christianity and Islam, we believe in life after death. In Islam, we believe if somebody was a nice person, if you are a good person here on earth, you will go to Jannah. That's what we believe in when it comes to Islam. In Christianity, you will go to heaven. Divash Shishmat says karma plays an important role. It's really paid off, like both in a good way and a bad way. Oh, so Buddhism, you guys believe in karma. Wow, how does that work out? So like you're gonna be paid right here, like we believe in peace. Oh my god, I might start looking into, I honestly feel like, in this lifetime, I honestly feel like we should all be exposed to all religions so that you can see what other people believe in, to be really honest, maybe so that you can know what they believe in and all of that. So I think I might look into Buddhism, not because I want not because I want to be Buddhist, but because I want to understand. I want to understand. Alexander says the problem when talking about religion, it brings disrespect and hatred to me. Oh, to you, disrespect and hatred. But I hope you don't feel disrespected here, because everybody is just giving their opinion. Mato says, a guy once died and went to heck and was tormented, came back and lived a Christian life. I am Christian and respect Muslims. Okay. Me personally, honestly, I respect other religions. Mainly because I lived with my Muslim friends. We lived in the same house. And actually, my best friend, she's Muslim. Okay, before I started living with her and understanding her religion and understanding what she believed in, I was being told that Christianity is the only way or is the only religion, and then I got to know her and just to see like she's just human like I am. It's just because she has other beliefs, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Hello mom, I've been supporting your channel for a long time. Sarah Bonnie, please give me a chance as moderator. I won't disappoint. Funny enough, I've never seen you here, but welcome to the live stream. Okay, honestly, I think I already have moderators, but they went missing. Alexander says, just wait and see. Okay, I'm here. Oh yes. Baby Panda says, yeah, I kind of do. Okay, you got your baby sister. That's good. Dark Angel says, who the F is trying to start a fight in the comment section? Jan says, I'm bored. Hi to you. Okay, I cannot be able to pronounce your name that you said. If we do bad thing, we go to heck. If we do good thing, again, bad or okay. Please try and type in English, my good friends. I don't understand other language. I understand Swahili, but still my laptop is translating, so it translates to other words. Mato says, guys, don't swear, it's a sin. Okay. Jan says, atheism is the way. Why is atheism the way to go? Neo Muhuza Samuel says, hello, welcome back. Good to see you. How are you doing? Okay, so I'm talking honestly. I was asking if anybody has like an insight or a deeper insight into what Buddhism is and what they believe in. Can you please share? And do you guys believe in life after death? And I want to know, because I already know when it comes to Christianity, how many religions exist in the whole world? How many religions exist? So honestly, I am just interested to know more about Buddhism. I think I'm gonna start looking into it, because I think we spend our whole life believing a particular way, but not looking at the bigger picture when it comes to everything. But says, yeah, in Christian, if we were bad, but not until the end, we are forgiven and kept with God. If we were a horrible human, you're not in hell. Dark Angel says, Leo Moses says, fine about you. I'm good. Ottoman Empire says, no problems. Jan says, you have zero worries when you are an atheist. But don't you just sit here and say maybe you are sinning by not believing. Okay? And I saw somebody say the only way that you could be able to be fearless and be an atheist is if religion was not introduced to you as a child. Okay? Because you have to understand, like, when religion is introduced to you as a child, that's what you grow up believing. How do you stop believing? How do you all of a sudden become fearless? Okay, you know, how do you all of a sudden become fearless? How do you all of a sudden even change your beliefs? Like, it's literally almost impossible. Jan says, yes, how did you know about what Sarah says? So scary a question. Okay, do you believe? Okay, I don't think he's scared. Honestly, there's a place in the Bible that says happy are those who thinks about death. Like, you know, I don't know, why do we all act as if this is such a, what is it called, such a scary topic? That is something that is somewhere down the line for us, for every one of us, maybe. Okay, like, we're not gonna be here forever. Why are we scared to talk about these things? You have 100 problems when you are an atheist. Sarah Washington says, what happens to your soul? Okay, what happens to your soul? I always, yeah, they say that your soul leaves the body and it lives on. Jaden says, hi to you, good to see you. But see, when I think about the world coming to an end, okay, when I think about the world coming to an end, I'm like, you know, I feel like people who are here 400, 500 years ago think maybe by now the world has come to an end, but still, see, we're still here. Dark Angel says, but when you are free from the world, or as the matter. Okay, yes, I do. You believe? Okay, why do you believe in life after death? Maybe, guys, when you say do you believe in life after death, let me know why. Okay, Jesse says hi. Honestly, I was not gonna dwell so much on this question, but I kind of like most of you are being triggered by the question. Then I'm like, is this a question like any other question? Okay. Go, I'm all ears. You're all ears. Life after death. Honestly, personally, I'm Christian. Okay. Paul says no. Why no? You know. So personally, I am Christian, but see, I was born Christian. Okay. So see, there's one thing between choosing the religion and being born into the religion. Okay. That doesn't mean that I don't believe, but at the same time, you know, do we even get a chance to question the things that we believe in, especially like if you this is what you've always known? Kojo says, and see, sometimes what makes me think that maybe I can be able to even talk about this is because personally, I am from a community in Kenya. Our community, before the coming of Christianity, the Kikuyu people still believed in God, but it was not in the Christianity form. Okay, and also people used to pray under Mugumo trees. That was like the church for our community. So I know even when Christianity is not on the bucket, I know people still believed in God. That's what I know. I know my ancestors still believed in God. Okay, you beautiful when you have your hair up like this or down. I don't know. Asila says sorry for such a disrespectful entry. No, no, you're fine. Jeff, hi Jeff. Darius says yes, new subscribers. Okay, welcome here. Okay, when you say yes, please give me an explanation a little bit. Where were the pictures behind you taken? These were just arts that I bought. The one that is a waterfall, because I come from a waterfall town. Paul says, what do you want to come back after death? I want to come back as a seagull fly everywhere. Oh, like what do you want to come back as in the next life? Okay. Can you say hi to my friend? Okay, Jan says Christianity isn't our religion as black people. Oh god. Okay, I am not gonna say as black people, but I'm certainly gonna talk about the community that I come from. They were not Christians before colonization, before the coming of missionaries. They were not Christians, okay, and they believed in God. You know, most people like to see that like Africa was destitute, desperate, just sitting there waiting for something to believe in. No, they, you know, even the missionaries had to do a lot of work to convince these people to join Christianity. So that's why sometimes I usually think about it or even want to question, was you RC? What's that? Who the F is racist? The Bisa left says hi to you. Where are you watching me from? Alexander Ryan says, say the truth, before the British came. Before, you know, I said before colonization and before missionaries who came to spread Christianity to Africa. My community, they believed in God. But see, you know, I think I have videos saying on this channel talking about how Africans still believed in God even before the coming of Christianity and other religions. Okay, most people had something to say about it, but that's just the honest truth. You know, we like to act as if like black people didn't have something to believe in. Go and ask the British yourself, Alex. Wow. Jesse says, was you Roman Catholic? No, I'm just Christian. Good. Is the truth. Okay, you know, I think I did make a video. You guys should make a point of looking for that video on the channel. I was talking about like Africans believed in God before the coming of Christianity, and that's just a naked truth that nobody's willing to talk about. Okay, so even Jomo Kenyatta said it. Chimpoku says, I'm back. What did I miss? We are talking about, do you believe in life after death? We are still on that. Do you believe in life after death? Luis, you are Troena says, hope you have a wonderful day, Queen. Hope you have a wonderful day, Luis. Have it your way, okay? Have it your way. You know why? You know, I don't know why. Like you want to sit here and act as if black people were stupid. They didn't even have the mind to think about they could believe in something. But the truth is, these people had things to believe in, okay? And that's why I'll always talk about it, to be really honest. I don't care if nobody wants to listen to it, but I'll always tell you guys that Africans, black people, my community, because I come from a community, they believed in God before the coming of any religion that we are. Are you atheist? No, I'm not. I am Christian, but that doesn't mean that I don't get to express my feelings. You know, I feel like in this generation we are not allowed to question anything, okay? But I think I'm allowed. If I'm allowed to question every other thing, if I'm allowed to question the government, then yeah. And those of you are saying if I'm atheist, I'm not atheist. I'm just saying. Ellis, would you like to listen to the song? Ala says, hey from Italy. Hey, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Dark Angel says, nah, black people are not, we are great. What do you mean? Hello from Turkey. Would you like to listen? Okay, welcome to the live stream. Like, Maxine says, are you Nigerian, baby girl? No, I'm not Nigerian. I hate. Okay. I am Muslim. Okay, do you believe in life after death? Still, I think Muslims believe in life after death. Dark Angel says, what kind of dumb question is that, Jason? Okay. Okay. I am and that's okay. That's perfectly okay. Whether you're black, white, yellow, uh, whatever you guys are raised, that's completely fine. I don't know why you guys are triggered by a simple question. Do you believe in life after death? Why is that so triggering to you guys? Like, because you want to believe things without thinking about them. I mean, black are great. Nobody is greater, because I also feel like there's this whole thing, and I think today I'm gonna talk about it. Okay, there's this whole thing where everybody want to feel like they are on top of the food chain. Okay, and that's why I was going to, honestly, I'll still release that video talking about in the next life. I really don't know if, honestly, if I was given a chance to choose if I want to be African or to be anything else, I don't know if I would choose being African, because when you are African, it's like you're on the bottom of the food chain when it comes to everything. Not to mention, when it comes to everything, you're literally on the bottom of the food chain. Everybody, even black people in the diaspora, look down on Africans. Okay, to really say the truth, because no, let's just get tired with the whole sugar coating thing. Okay, I was gonna talk about in the next life, if I'm given a chance to choose if I want to be African. I really don't know if I can choose that, because you all don't understand how difficult. Okay, and I'm not turning into victim mode, but I'm just saying being African is one of the worst things that can happen to you, to be really honest. Because not to mention, everybody travels to Africa. Okay, you can wake up tomorrow, if you're from anywhere in the Western world, decide tomorrow that, okay, tomorrow I want to go to Africa. Okay, you just get whatever, and you can just immediately travel. Okay, think about Africans. Okay, you want to go somewhere, maybe even for an opportunity, you have to go knocking doors, begging to enter or whatever. Okay, so that's what I was saying. I really don't know, I really don't know if is in the next life I can, even if I am given a chance, I don't know if I can choose to be African. Because look, even when it comes to this conversation about Christianity, Muslim, and all of that, we are just being threatened. Alexander says, when the missionaries arrived, the Africans had the land and the missionaries had the Bible. They taught us how to pray with our eyes closed. When we opened them, they had the land and we had the Bible. Okay, and let me tell you, Africans are believers. Okay, the most holy people that I've ever seen, the people who follow the Bible to the T. Okay, believers. I think they are Africans. I have seen people who have even lost their mind, giving everything to the church. I know what you're talking about. Jesse says, Dark Angel mentions racist comments. Chipmunk says, let me ask you this. Why is it that all of the biggest religions believe in life after death, and the ones that don't are less known? Which one does not believe in life? Which religion does not believe in life after death? I've never heard of one that doesn't believe in life after death. Alexander says Jomo Kenyatta. Okay. Jan says, Dark Angels, where are my reasons? Tripper says, sup everyone, how are you doing? Your reasons are in your pocket. Tripper says, time for you to switch apps, bro. I'm from Ghana. Ghana in the building. Welcome here. Alexander says, but the truth is the truth. You've decided to stand with the truth today. Alex, go and argue with British. Just in a Ghanaian. Death is the answer. Why was you mentioned racist? Okay, no, you guys are just getting weird. Beverly Mugwari, okay. So, so that's what I was talking about. Okay, anybody who is here, like, and you're African, in the next life, would you really want to be African? Because I feel like when somebody who is African comes here and say, you know what, I'm not Christian, okay, or I'm atheist or whatever, it's like you're really not allowed to say that. Okay, are we the one who are supposed to follow things without even thinking twice? Okay, guys, like the live stream and subscribe. Also, you can keep sharing your insight. Also, Chimpoku, I'm still waiting. Which religion do not believe in the afterlife? Also, you do know that the Abrahamic religion believe in life after death, right? Okay, how I can explain that, I feel like people like to be told what they want to hear. That's why you see churches that have people that has pastors who are telling you what you want to hear. Those churches are really successful. Okay, people give a lot of offerings in such churches where like you're being told what you want to hear. People we don't like reality. Unfortunately, we do not like reality. Okay, Jan says churches are cults. How true is that information? Do you guys believe in what Jari says? Churches are cults. Okay. Honestly, on Sunday, I was here live and I think we did crash with so many people. We butted heads with so many people because there was a question and then unfortunately it went into that direction. And I was talking about how I have seen the most, what is it called? Fake people that I've ever seen. I've seen them in churches. Okay, the most disrespectful people that I've ever seen, I've seen them in churches. So I was talking about that, and there was this person. I remember his name was, I don't remember his name, but bottom line, he said he was from Nigeria, and he couldn't, like, I was saying anything, and he would just say like, no. Okay, tell me the difference between cults and churches. I don't know the difference. Let me pin you so that people can answer on that. Tell me the difference. Okay. Tell me the difference between cults and churches. I honestly, I don't know the difference. Chumpwa Mark says, you know biblical Judaism? Okay. Type that again. Okay. I see. Now I see how to get you guys. The religious topics just get you. Remember the pastor me? Oh God. Okay, I'm waiting for you to retype that because I really need to read that. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. You can also let me know where you're watching me from. My good name is Wamboy. We have a question on the screen. Do you believe in life after death? I'll tell you the difference, moron. Okay, the difference between cults and churches. Okay, personally, I don't have an opinion. Let me wait for you guys to type. Okay, also, what are you drinking? I'm drinking milk. Also, something else, let me just talk about it, because if I am going to use this platform to like give my beliefs and what I am seeing and the loopholes that I see in our beliefs, also if Christianity is supposed, and remember guys, I'm Christian, okay, but I'm just questioning, okay, if Christianity is supposed to be a religion for everybody or is supposed to represent everybody, why is there a lot of loopholes that do not include Black people or even Africans or people with African descent? Why is it, why do we have a lot of okay, I kind of feel like Christianity is, it was literally meant for, okay, let me not say that. Anyway, Chief Mark says, you know that biblical Judaism is one of the only religions that strictly believe in that there is no life after death and that earth is to be lived to its fullest before you die, because you do not, oh, you do not get any other life. Okay. I didn't know that. Or you don't get resurrected. So life is to be lived to the fullest because you don't get resurrected. Oh, yes. Sanchez says your hair is so beautiful. Okay. Oh God, this hair have gotten so many compliments. Thank you. Dark Angel says cult is where a group of people meet to make someone life miserable. Wow. So you comparing cults and churches. I don't know if that's the true representation. But has some Boru says hi, good to see you. Yes, it says yes, Dark Angel. Ray Darling says after Death Note, I watch One Piece. Okay, there's a show on Netflix called Death Note. Oh, One Piece. Okay. But in reality, do you believe in life after death? That just says, but church is when two or more people meet to encounter that miserable life. Oh wow, okay. What's your real name? Yeah, my real name is the name of the channel. That's my real name. Yes, it says explain clearly, Dark Angel. Frida Kajala says hello. Hello, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. We're talking about something that's literally untalked about, like it's something that you're not supposed to talk about unless you want to get attacked. Do you believe in life after death? And one of the controversy that I've seen, or like something that honestly I've been diving into or even making videos about, is like Christianity. Christianity came, okay, we were introduced to Christianity, but that was not the religion that the forefathers, the African forefathers, believed in. They believed in God before the coming of Christianity. And I have always said that, but people want to sit there and believe that Africans had nothing to do apart from sit there and wait for somebody to come and tell them what to believe in. Okay, so I was just gonna say that, like, when you look at history, this is something that was shoved down most Africans' throats. Dark Angel says they have the same properties, but the difference is that one worship God and one worship gods. Okay. Dark Angel says PO box. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, Galwal, Kenya. Oh, and guys, follow that Galwal, Kenya, guys. How are you doing? Hey, Gal, just popped in such a controversial topic. I know, such a controversial topic, my good friends. Chimp says, but then the other religions are man-made that believe that life is the only life which is not to be taken seriously because they are man-made and humans are clearly not gods. Wow. This is a lot of controversy here, guys. A lot of controversy. Okay. I can just Post Malone. Okay. Wow. There's a lot of controversy. Before you know, I am opposed to. Ooh, yeah. Do you believe in life after death? Do you believe in? Okay. I think we are gonna move on to the next question, but you guys can keep sending in opinions when it comes to the topic. Do you believe in life after death? So personally, I think I believe in life after death, not because that's what I'm supposed to believe in, but it's because it's the religion that I was born into. So if I question, I kind of feel like maybe I'm not supposed to, you know. Kelly Edeberry says, hello, pretty. Hello, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Jan says, people are miserable in church. Either you donate for the church, but when you seek and need a surgery, they pray for you. Okay, and you know what? That's one of the other things that I usually feel like is so unfair. And also, if you don't have finances in the church, honestly, you literally almost have no place in the church. You literally almost have no place in the church. Like in the church, especially in today's church, is like, what are you offering? How much are you donating? That's the real question that people are asking these days. Hey Kelly. Okay, Chimpoki says no, please. We want new questions. This question is sensitive to. Okay, ask questions and find answers. Jan says, so in other words, you are forced into the religion you are following. Not like I was forced. Like, what do children do? You're not forced. You're just taught. You grow up being taught that religion. Okay. Is she Wikipedia? Just it. Okay. So next. Next question. If you could, okay, let me see. If you could instantly learn any skill, what would it be? If you could instantly learn any skill, what would it be? Jan says, I'd like to learn how to lie. Answering deep questions. Okay, I think you guys have been saying that the question was so much deep. Okay, let's get shallow here. Let's get shallow here. If you could instantly learn any skill, what would it be? Or persuasion. You could learn how to answering deep questions. Wow. If I could instantly learn ability to make stargates. Ooh. Okay, if I could instantly learn any skill, what would it be? I think I would like to learn how to fly. I want to be like a pilot. Yeah, I would like to learn how to fly planes. If I could instantly learn any skill, I would like to learn how to fly. I believe I can fly. We are effed. Wow. Where? Ability to make stargates. Oh my god. Your username. We are effed. Painting skill. That would also be a good one. I would like to learn building houses. Okay, because I feel like we spend so much money when it comes to like hiring people. Sometimes you even have a vision, like you have a vision of what you want, but then you are thinking about, okay, you want to buy the materials, but still, let's be honest. Right now, labor costs so much more. Yeah, I think I would like to learn how to fly and how to build. James, that's why I choose what's possible. To be a pilot, just go to school. Okay, to be a pilot, just go to school. No, but if I could instantly learn, no, remember the question is saying if you could instantly learn any skill, instant. Chimp Mark says, I would like to learn how to cure any disease. Okay. You can still learn that by being a doctor. But you know what? That would be so nice. There it says time is equals to money though. Yeah, that is it. Time is equals to money. When somebody, I think when we are hiring people, we are hiring them, what we are paying them for their time and their energy. Yeah, I can say that for sure. I hope this time that I'm putting into this channel equals money someday. Okay, next question. If you could swap lives with a celebrity for a day, who would it be and why? I don't know if that question will fit here. Jenny Bahia says good night. Night to you. Which country are you watching me from? Carlos Garcia, welcome back. Yo, dude, I bet you can't answer this question. Okay, let me type the question. Jan says, I want to swap with James Bond. Hey, why? Why would you want to swap with James Bond? Carlos Garcia says, divided the weight of the hummingbird's eyelash by the amount of dwarf planets that are in the observable universe. Wow. How do you guys even think about that? This channel have helped me guys to even see how like a closer look, especially when we do random questions, a closer look into the human brain. If you could swap lives with any celebrity, who would it be and why? Jan says, Carlos, what kind of thermodynamic type question is that? Okay. Bro. Okay, producer says, I want to be better than. Wow. So that's what you would like to be. Chimpang says, Trump, but no reason shall be given because I'll be sorted by American forces. Wow. I think that's Kenyan president. A nickname, God. Okay, so Chimp would want to be Trump, but no reasons given. Okay, if I would swipe lives with a celebrity for a day, who would it be and why? Let me see. If I could swipe lives. Okay, that whoever is writing Daddy KVC, yeah, who would you want to swap lives with? James Bond, because of course okay, he's bald. I think you because he's Bond, because he's who he is. Let me see personally if I could swap lives with a celebrity. Wow, who would it be and why? Oh, I think I would want to swap lives with Kamala Harris. The reason why, because like I see a person that I would, okay, if I would swap lives with somebody for a day, I think I would swap with Kamala. You know why? I would feel like she's so bold. She's literally, of course, she's definitely Kamala. She's so bold of who she is and what she believes in. Also, the other thing is like she's literally a woman in a male-dominated field. Uh, Also, another thing is like for her, a woman in her 60s without children, and she doesn't let people shut her down because of that. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I would like to. Yeah, because honestly, you know, especially being a woman in a male-dominated field, like people like to shut you down, like blah blah. You know, Karam says hello to you. Jan says Jackie Chan maybe. Oh, Jackie Chan. That one, no answers needed because Jackie Chan. Karam says, say my name. Kamala fake bold. I think she's so bold. I feel like she's so bold. Like, you know, I think we like to criticize people. Well, we have not been in there. We have not even done quarter the things that they have done. We have not pursued quarter the things that they have been into. We have not believed in ourselves quarter the way they have believed in themselves. Yeah. We like to criticize what we cannot be or what we cannot have. Chimp Monk says, but to be real, swapping with someone powerful is great because you know what issues the public suffer through, so then you can fix what you can. Yeah. Jan says Hillary Clinton was Kamala before Kamala was Kamala. Oh God, what does that even mean? Okay, honestly, like, and I would go with a female because I am a female. Okay, and I feel like even though I might not maybe agree 100% with what she believes in, but just for who, not for who she is as a vice president, as somebody who ran for presidency, for no, for me it's like just for who she is as a person. Okay, the boldness, okay, to be even in a male dominated field and believe in yourself. Yeah, that's why personally I would go with her. If you could swap lives with a celebrity for a day, who would it be and why? Jan says Hillary Clinton was the first female in America to be in the male-dominated domain. Okay, and that's okay. She's bold. I like her. Like, yeah, I like her. But like, I feel like Kamala is the one that I would want to swap lives with for a day. uh, okay, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? Like, would you do if you knew I'll swap with Lil Nas X? Why? What would you do if you knew you could not fail? Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboi. Thank you so much for being here. I was born and raised in Kenya, and this is I Am Wamboi Live. Okay, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? Solomon Markia says hi from Ghana. How are you doing? I'm doing great. What's your favorite color? My favorite color, I think I would go with white and pink. Yeah. Okay, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? What would you do if you knew you could not? If I knew I could not fail, what would I do? Maybe start a business, put all my savings into a business. If I knew if when I start, I have an idea and I start a business, it would not fail. Like, if right now, okay, let me talk about right now, not future tense. If I knew I could not fail, what I would do is like invest in the best cameras, buy the best microphones, and start a podcast. That's my mom. I'll call her back. Wow, that's great. Chimpoku says everything I haven't tried before. When are you coming to Ghana? Someday. Maybe someday. Okay, honestly, like what I would do right now if I knew I would not fail. If I knew failure was not part of the equation, like I'm gonna succeed anyway, that's what I would do. I would use any dime that I have to buy the best cameras that there is, uh, make a good studio, and just start doing my thing. Okay, I'm kind of like already doing that, pursuing that, but of course I'm using the what I have. I'm using what I have because you don't want to put into something that you don't know if it will work out. Chief says, why don't you run for president or ask someone for $1 billion or ask to buy a bank for $1? Oh God, you know that, like, if you could do anything right now, that would be a nice one. Run for presidency. Honestly, I want to run for member of parliament in the near, not the immediate near election, but maybe in future I want to run to be a member of parliament. Yeah, maybe that's what I would do. Just go into it. Junai Hatari says, you have a lovely accent. Where are you from? Kenya. I'm from Kenya. Where are you from? Good to see you. Okay. Wow. What would you do if you knew you could not fail? That's a nice question. If you knew you could not fail, what would you do? What if you could time travel to the past or future? Where would you go? Oh, so that's what you would do, Soji. Like you would go sell porridge. Interesting. Solomona Maki says, what laws would want to be amended when you go to parliament in Kenya? Honestly, for me, it would not be about laws, but while I know like members of parliament are legislators, personally, I just would like to bring transformation to my constituency. Chimbak says, not failing is basically creative mode in Minecraft, so anything is possible. Okay, wow. What if you could time travel to the past or future? Where would you go? And guys, like the live stream and subscribe. Chimp Monk says, and when everything is possible, only your imagination holds you back. Yeah, your life, somebody said that like your life is as good as your imagination. Your life can only get as good, even right now when there's possibility of failure. Somebody said that like your life is as good as your imagination. I tend to agree with that, like, because when you see people who have impossible imaginations, something that these people are because they have impossible imaginations. Yeah, my mom is calling me a lot of times. So just go. I'm gonna remove you, so you better quit doing whatever you're doing. Okay, like why don't he go and sell porridge? Okay, next one. Okay, we have a question. What if you could time travel to past or future? Where would you go? Solomon says, I can see modeling of fashion in you. Yeah, most people tell me that I could venture into like being a model. Ha 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 ha. Black model. Chim says, oh my, there's like 8 seconds delay to the live, I think. 8 seconds? Wow. Maybe, I think maybe because of the phone calls that I'm receiving. Is it catching up? Is it catching up? Okay, what if you could time travel to the past or future? Where would you go? If I could time travel to the past or future, where would I go? First, I think I would go to the past. Uh, Chief says, I will get the first Bible and find out the truth. Okay, so you would go to the past. Honestly, me too. I think I would go to the past. First of all, like so that I can give the younger version of myself hope for the future. Like because I think like the future is the future and there's nothing you can do for that. But the past you want to go back and like there's so many times that you've been worried in life, but just go and assure them that like okay, it's just gonna be okay, it's just gonna be fine. Mhm. What about you? Would want to change in the past then? What would you want to change in the past? A lot of things, a lot of things. God, a lot of things. But those are things that I wouldn't have control over. For example, maybe sometimes it could be even changing my background, going back and changing my background, changing how people talk to each other, changing if people are mean to each other. Like, yeah, there's a lot of things that I could change. So many things. Shrimp Monk says, though it's in Aramaic, so I'll struggle big time reading it. Oh my god. Okay, not translated. Jazz. What's Aramaic language? Can I see your bracelets? I think I only have 3. You're very fascinating, am I? I want. You want one? You want one? Okay, I'll start selling this guys to you guys soon, maybe. Hey, please send me one. Yeah, I'll start selling to you guys. That's an idea that you've given me on my shop. What is it called? Link to shops or whatever in the future. Okay. Let me see the next question. If you could, okay, what if you had to eat only one food forever? What would it be? Ajan says I'm from England. Oh my god. I think maybe somebody can mail to you. Maybe mailing or something. Uh okay. What if you had to eat only one food forever? What would it be? Solomon, why are you drooling over her? What if you had to eat only one food forever? What would it be? You know, before I started like streaming here, I knew I was black. Okay, I knew I'm a black person, but like I kind of like, from since I started streaming, like I hear it so many times. Uh, like, hey black queen, hey all of that, and I'm like, oh my god, like honestly, before I start streaming, I think I'm just one boy, but then when I start streaming, it's like, oh my god, I'm black. Like everybody talking about me being black. Chipmunk says, I'm not Indian, but butter chicken smacks when you're hungry, and it has protein, carbs, and fiber, and also fat, so it's pretty healthy. Wow. What if you could? I think that sounds nice. Okay. Healthy. Okay. God, for me, that fiber is literally very necessary. Very necessary. Okay. You don't. I think I usually overshare here. She's very beautiful. That's and because of our visit to Kenya soon. First of all, don't be misled. I'm engaged. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Homeboy. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know where you're watching me from. How are you doing? What if you could only eat one food forever? What would it be? What if you could only eat one food forever? What would it be? Are trying to link up or something? Don't be, I said, first of all, I said, don't be misled. I'm engaged. Okay, non-conformist says, never give any personal information about yourself to people online. Monsters live online. Okay? Monsters live online, but they wouldn't find me. Wow. Yeah, people would start showing up to your door if you tell them your location. But I think even if I was to show you guys my location, which I think I have, you guys will not be able to find. I live somewhere so deep into. Okay, where I am right now is not that deep, but where I'm literally from, where I would be. Constantine's poster says hi. I mean someone. Okay. Be safe. Thank you. What if you could eat only one food forever? What would it be? Now you have challenged me. I kind of have to include fiber in there. Wow. And just to think about, like, I never even thought about fiber some few months ago or anything until I had hemorrhoids once. Guys, I'm telling you for sure, you don't ever want to have hemorrhoids. Sneaker doodles. Okay. Oh god. Maybe a but you see, a burger for the rest of your life. Wow. Maybe wraps to burrito. I don't know. Okay, let me ask the next question. What if you could live in any era, ancient, medieval, or future? What if you could live in any era, ancient, medieval, or future? Which one would you choose? Chimpank says pizza is very customizable, but it only one food. So I think it's one type of pizza. So pizza is not really a great option. And honestly, I don't like pizza personally. Like, I just it just tastes like rotten. That's my opinion. Honestly, I don't enjoy pizza. You know, on a pizza I only eat the toppings. Like, I don't like pizza. Unpopular opinion. Ghanaians are not monsters. We mentioned about you. Okay. Okay. Hope you're not telling me. You're telling the person who had said that. Okay. What was the question? What if you could live in any era, ancient, medieval, or future? What if you could live in any era, ancient, medieval, or future? Wow. What's the sun? What the sun hit me real quick? What's the sun hit me real quick? Bonjour. Oh, I think this is so nice. Hmm. Wow. My skin is glowing. Nobody said anything about Ghana. Ghana is a great country. It's about you drilling over people you don't even know online, which is rude. Kevin Ganga says hi. Hi to you, Kevin. Good to see you. What's the question? What if you could live in any era, ancient, medieval, or future? What if you could live in any era, ancient, medieval, or future? The 360, please, no. No, we are having a conversation here, so I feel like that's so unnecessary. Okay, if I could live in any era, ancient, medieval, or future, I would just choose future. God, you know what? Like future, I feel like future is so bright. There's gonna be so many great things happening. Uh, okay, people are getting weirder by the day. Okay, honestly, like this is not the first person to say that here. Like people come and say stuff like that. But do you blame them? Maybe because they go to people's live streams and when they say 360, the lady turns around. Okay, if that's the content for the day, let's say I'm just showing you around and you guys say that's okay. But when we are having a conversation like this, like I just feel like it's disrespectful. If I could live in any era, ancient, medieval, or future, I would choose future. Yeah, I would choose future because honestly, I would not want to live in ancient days because I cannot. What women had to go through during that time, no. Medieval is like it depends, but future definitely, future definitely. Okay, okay. So, uh, we are winding up. We are winding up. Let me wait and see who is texting when it comes to what if you could live in any era, ancient, medieval, or future. Okay, but guys, this have been so much fun, especially is there life after death? Everybody had something to say about that. So still, I'm gonna go live today, 8 p.m. Kenyan time. Um, 8 p.m. Kenyan time, and we are gonna do it until maybe I get tired. Chim says future is very complicated and expensive, so I would live in the past because it's cheaper and simpler than today and the future. Wow. Wow. You know what? I kind of see what you're saying. Like, future is so much. It's gonna be so expensive. If right now in the year 2026, life is so expensive, like we can barely afford things, you know? Yeah, but still, I think if there's right opportunity and you have the type of money saved up, maybe future will be nice. It will be so much digital. I don't know if we will even be opening doors. No, like everything will be so much. Uh, there will be subscriptions for everything. There will be subscriptions for a refrigerator. If you want to put honestly, everything is gonna be so much digital. Yeah, I kind of medieval. Yeah, but see, if you go back to medieval, maybe there would be less opportunities for making money. See, yeah. Okay, let me see in the next 2 minutes. Everybody, if anyone is typing, okay. So I hope you guys have subscribed so that you get notified when I. Okay. Why would you say stuff like that, Maggie? Maggie? Honestly, like I'm not even gonna block you because Why would you say that? Jan says, I'd eat fat cakes. Fat cakes? Wow. What's your operational definition of for use rude when someone appreciates so her unique features God has blessed with as rude? Okay. Says dude and stuff. I don't think I can discuss on YouTube will increase, so it's too much pressure. Do you know fat cakes? Are you talking fat cakes? No. But are you talking about cupcakes? I'm actually blind. Really? How are you typing? Okay. God, like honestly, the first time that I saw somebody type something so insultful, but I'm not offended. Okay, guys, we are literally winding up, and now fat cakes is fried dough. Oh, fried dough. Okay. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. Wow. Oh my God, these questions, they have been so much nice. I wish we should continue doing it. But you know what? I'm gonna come back with more questions and maybe even a specific topic for our 8 p.m. Kenyan time show, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So, well, I use speech typing. Wow, that's impressive. And you're typing real quick. So 8 p.m. Kenyan time is minus 2 hours. Is 6 p.m. 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. Namibia time. Okay, you know what? Convert 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time to your local time, and I'll see you guys then. What time is it here? It's 5:03 p.m. and I'm guessing it's 3:03 in the UK, right? Okay, so thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna see you guys later on today. So let me first do dinner, shower, and all that type of stuff. Okay, thank you everybody. Okay, let me wait to see if anyone is typing as we wind up. Can you look? The sun is hitting me real quick. Wow, everything glows when it comes to the sun. Tim says, oh my God, all that I didn't subscribe. Sorry, I'll subscribe to tune in the next live. Okay. Thank you. So guys, I think I'm gonna see you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna go live tonight. I'm still gonna go live later on today, so you better tune in. So I better get going so that I can prepare for the next one. Not to mention questions. Like I am the question queen. Like we usually do lots of questions, lot of topics here. So be prepared. Okay. So until next time. Bye bye.